Okay, it's Friday, June 25th, 9:15 a.m. Another spur of the moment fishing trip. It's about, I know it's incoming low tide. I want to say low tide was about a -2 feet, but man, there is so much beach exposed. It's crazy. But it had to be really low tide today. It's pretty foggy, and swell energies around 4:30 is what I read. I'm about, I want to say 2 hours or an hour and a half after low tide. But man, this is must have been a really low tide, because there is so much beach and I got to walk a long ways to get to the water's edge. Anyway, back today. I got a lot of grief from Tony Heckert and Greg Heffler about letting Kim Brown outfish me at Wade Creek, so I'm trying to reclaim some of my manhood today. So we'll see how it goes. I know she got her fish on the north yesterday. I'm determined to go south, so I'm gonna head south. I'm gonna keep fishing the south for a while. Know it's stubborn, but I think it's gonna come through one of these days. We'll see. All right, still heading down to the water to take my first cast. I'm only staying for a little bit today. It's awesome conditions today, no wind. So this is the first time this year I've been able to come down in my t-shirt right off the bat. So this is awesome. Man, what a beautiful day. All right, let's see how it goes. Gulp top and bottom, clubworms in the middle, and that's the big advantage Kim Brown has, is that she's a real bait user. She often uses sand shrimp, and then clam necks are like two of the best baits that you can get. And there's a big hole right here, like a trough. I like to get out to that sandbar. Oh, maybe, man, I tried this the other day, or trying to get out to that sandbar. I don't see how to get around it though. I just wish I could get out to that sandbar, but I'm also afraid if I get out there and the tide's coming in, I'm gonna get cut off. So I'm gonna head further down south, because I think I see a place to get to the edge of the water. Oh yeah, so I'm still on my first cast. I'm walking as I'm fishing, but yeah, I can get to the edge of the water right here. So just walking around this huge trough right here. I'm gonna get a walk closer to the crashing waves, so this should be better. Let's see how it goes. See, but now you can see I'm right on the edge of the water, just by moving about 25 yards. Don't know if it'll translate into any action, but man, wave action here looks pretty decent. You can see how really close I am to the deep water, and pretty big waves. So this looks like prime catching conditions. It is super awesome fishing conditions today. Man, what a pleasant day. So I need to beat my skunk. Come on fish. All right, see how it goes. Second cast still. Only been here like 3 minutes. Catch conditions are really awesome on the south. I can't believe I'm not getting a bite. This is like my third cast, but man, I can't believe how close the crashing waves are, and you know how deep it is. Well, just got to keep trying. So again, wave action here looks really good. If you look at how big the crashing waves are and how close and how deep the water is, it's amazing I can't get a bite. Still haven't got anything at all. It's about my 6th cast, maybe 7th. I think it's number 6. So here's the advantage of coming at a really low tide, is that you can see beach structure that you couldn't normally see. If you remember my video the other day, I was trying to walk through a trough to get to a sandbar. Well, here's the trough, and I'm actually standing on the sandbar right now. But because tidal conditions are lower today, I was able to get to the sandbar no problem. But as tide comes up, you got to be careful, because then you get cut off. And this thing's pretty deep. I can't see where it is in relation to the cliff. It's so foggy. But this would be a prime area to fish at high tide. All right, but this is what's enabling me to get to the crashing waves so close, is because this sandbar goes all the way down there, and the trough is pretty long as well. So I'm going to keep fishing the sandbar for a little bit, because the crashing waves are right here. But again, I was trying to do that the other day, and I just was too afraid of going down. But I'm going to go keep trying. So I got a little bit of time before I get cut off as high tide comes in and fills the trough. I'm going to try and get out to that sandbar real quick. Further out, you know, much further out and closer to the crashing waves, it actually looks more shallow. So just the topography of the beach here is a lot different than I was like 25 to 50 yards to my right, you know, more north. So it's just interesting, but it's really shallow here compared to what I just was, even though I'm closer to the deeper parts of the ocean. But I'm waded out pretty far. And I don't know if you can see, but here's that trough. You can see there's actually turbulence in the trough. That's how deep it is. Warning, if you ever do this kind of stuff where you're coming out to sandbars and crossing troughs, make sure you go look for a way back, because I'm not sure there's a way back further down, so I just got to be careful. But always make sure you have an escape route as the tide comes in. This is really starting to fill up now, where I don't see any dry sand. So, you know, if you look behind me, you can see there's dry sand. But going up south or going down south more, you can see that there's no dry beach area. So I think this is about as far as I'm going to go down this deep. And I don't think I can make it back across here, so I got to walk all the way around again. All right, I'm gonna hustle because it looks like I'm getting cut off. Like, oh crap. Trough is about 30 to 50 yards wide, and it looks really deep in the middle right here. So that's the reason why I don't want to try and cross it. But with the tide coming in, you can see now where I was standing, it's all underwater. So I need to get back over there. Trying to get back. It looks like I'm getting cut off. It's like, oh my God, that was dumb. Waited a little too long. But you can see this huge trough is there. But I think I see some dry area up there where I think I can get across. But man, I didn't realize how fast the water was coming in and how fast it was cutting me off. So good thing I looked around. Dry beach right here, compared to where it just was about maybe 25 to 40 yards south of me. But now I feel a little bit safer. But you can see that the trough is still here, and it's still about 50 yards wide. So I'm just trying to figure out where I can get across now. I can't remember how I even got here now, you know, where I crossed. Problem is when it's foggy, you can't see where the landmarks are and stuff. But I see a lot of dry land right here. And then all of a sudden the dry land got a lot closer on the other side. So I feel a little bit more relieved. But man, I'm out of breath for trying to run before I got cut off. But I'm gonna go ahead and just fish here for a little bit and then go home. But it's funny that how this patch of land is totally dry still. And now you can see that the trough on the other side is much closer. And it's not near as turbulent up here too, but this thing is really deep. So this has got to be a really good fishing area. And I'm not sure when it's going to come alive, but man, this is a huge trough that just goes up and down. I know where I am with regards to the mouth of the creek. But again, here's this trough. Again, this is where it kind of widened up. But I can't even see the mouth of the creek now. I definitely can't see the cliffs. So I gotta guess where it is. I might have to go back to where I just was. What a drag. All right, I'm gonna go back to where I was. I'm quitting. This is too much work, trying to watch where not to get cut off. All right, everybody, another fun day in paradise. Been here, let's see, 50 minutes. I'm guessing I got in about 8 or 9 casts. Spent some of that time just trying to escape the rising tide. So another skunk, no action, 8 casts. I'm coming back. I just don't know when. But man, what a gorgeous day. So Kim Brown still is killing me. Didn't get any part of my male pride back today, but I'm gonna keep trying. I don't have much pride anyway. Okay, that's it. To see the cliff outline, I'm guessing I was about 100 yards south of the mouth creek when I just quit. So I wasn't quite up as far as I thought I was. But it's funny how you can lose your bearings when you can't have any landmarks to base your geography or your location on. Choose here, and this is where the cleft of the cliff is, but there used to be a lot of rocks here and a lot of deep holes, and now it's almost like completely flat. So that's just interesting. And then You can see that there's this rocky formation still that didn't get completely covered up, but this thing was a bunch of rocks, and here's some more submerged ones. So again, just interesting to come at low tide so you can see what the beach looks like. But the south is super flat now, with I don't see hardly any structure except down there where the water trough was, and there's some deep holes down there. That's just interesting because, man, during the winter this place was full of holes and there was hardly any sand here. So it's just interesting how the beach changes from month to month and week to week. Go take a couple casts at the mouth creek. I just got here. I'm just gonna give it like 3 casts, see what happens. So I'm still walking down to the mouth of the creek to do like 3 casts, and I can hear the ocean, but I can't even see it. It's like, hey, it's really foggy. The kind of stuff you can see. You know, a lot of holes here. Don't know if it translates into any biting, but it's much better than I would think than Shallow Beach, you know, where I just was. But there's quite a bit of structure right here. All right, I can see the water now. Water's edge, it's really shallow. I wish I could have seen this up where I was, because I wouldn't have come down. But since I'm down here now, I'm gonna go take 3 casts. But it's really shallow here. We'll see though. There's some decent action right here. So let's see if I can get a bite. Okay, so I decided after 2 casts I'm quitting. It's way too shallow. Oh man, a bunch of mole crabs. But so 10 casts. Been here about an hour. I think I spent 10 or 15 of it walking around trying to get to the sandbar and then trying to escape from the sandbar. So I didn't get a lot of casting, but man, what a gorgeous day. All right, I think this is number 6 skunk for me. Man, I'm one of the world's record skunks here. That's it for today. Really it for today.